top 3. It's gonna be one for the books for sure. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Bayonetta, Corrin, you expect no other characters from these two. Running it right all the way to PS2, all reliable. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious to see how, like, you know, we see SHADIC's spacing, you know, being really well, and a little bit, like, kind of, like, especially, like, the falling uppers, we want to see those, like, you know, from, like, a safe distance, but I'm curious to see, like, if Lima is aware of them, when can you throw out the bats within, when can you throw out the witch times to kind of call out SHADIC for sure, so.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because with Corrin, right, sometimes you throw out those hitboxes to oh my god. And that was the threat of Bayonetta. Forcing you to think so long about your recovery that you don't even make it back just because she can stay down there so long and threaten so many edge guards.
Absolutely. Tries to get the pin right there, but doesn't even matter because ends up opting for the witch twist, which goes underneath the pin anyways, and wow, great SDI right there from SHADIC, able to kind of just avoid it right there, but Lima understanding that the air dodge was, you know, was coming up and tries to punish with the forward smash, but nobody home for it. SHADIC though, not out of the woods just yet, ends up getting a backer, not going to do it off stage. Lima finds the F-tilt right there to even up the stocks, you know, but took a lot of damage in the process right now, and once again, with
oh, yeah, same situation. Going so low that sort of scares SHADIC into just falling to his death.
Yeah, obviously, you know, you see the witch twist from Lima off stage. You kind of rinse and repeat until you're just so far off stage that you can't even make it back. Bats within, coming in clutch right there with the pin. So far, able to land on the platform. Yep, absolutely, finally does, and able to reset the situation. Kind of pushing advantage of his own right now. Lima getting the witch twist. Doesn't matter. Tech in from SHADIC. Great stuff.
Yeah. One situation we saw, oh, nice little extension by SHADIC on that platform. But I really do like seeing SHADIC experiment with the footstool down air that we've seen a couple times now. Got a tech chase off of it, didn't quite convert, but definitely love to see the creativity coming out from SHADIC.
Absolutely. So far, speaking of creativity right now, you know, I mean, Lima is one of the most creative players that the world has ever seen, honestly, especially with the ability to do it with such a creative character as Bayonetta. But so far, finds the up air. Wow, yeah, finds the up air in a bit of a pinch right there and is actually able to make it work. At a lower percent this time around, tries to go for a big call out right there with the forward smash. Not going to do it. At the ledge again, though. SHADIC looking to continue this onslaught of aerials right there. Gets the falling fair into the falling up air. Great stuff.
Oh, wow. Times that perfectly to hit the witch twist on its end lag. Great stuff by SHADIC.
Yeah, absolutely. He's starting to figure out a little bit, right? It felt like he was playing a little bit too, like, you know, he was playing too contemplative right there, especially off stage. But right now, SHADIC a little bit more confident. It's panning out. Pretty even game one right now. It's going to be a photo finish for sure.
Oh, he messes it up. No way.
That's the short hop back here instead of the full hop right there.
Yeah, you rarely see that mistake come out from Lima.
Yeah, is it going to come back to bite him? We'll have to see. Gets the back air, and it does. SHADIC.
Wow.
After a pretty rough game one, pretty rough first two stocks, he's able to kind of collect himself and figure some things out slowly but surely, right? Like in the disadvantage situations, especially off stage, was where we saw SHADIC kind of falter and be a little bit too contemplative and thinking a little bit too much, you know, in terms of what he should do to recover. But finally, when he gets his footing on the stage, can go toe-to-toe with Lima, and we saw it right there, able to close out that game number 1.
Yeah, no, for sure. Running it right back to PS2 for this game. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Absolutely, gonna opt to run it back. Obviously, you know, Lima, kind of like I just need to clean up my gameplay a little bit, but I know that it's me and I know that I can do it for sure. So, you know, we're gonna opt to go for PS2 yet again. Gets the combo right now, 50%. Oh my God, yeah, he kind of, you know, goes all the way up and gets like the witch twist and then says, nah, let me throw out the fair again. He kind of gets right back up there and ends up hitting you anyways. So, you know, every time you think you're safe, you know, nowhere is safe against Lima.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen Lima go so far into the depths to find those edge guards, right? Even in this set, right? So, absolutely, you're right on that. I will say, though, I mean, for SHADIC to have lost 2 of his stocks that early and in that fashion in terms of Lima just sort of going off stage and having him fall to his death, great composure for him to sort of keep it going and winning that game,
And still winning that game, absolutely. Finds the back air right there. That spacing from SHADIC, you know, just a masterclass, especially against someone who's known to kind of punish you a little bit for kind of like being hyper aggro against, you know, a character like Bayonetta. So
Yeah.
obstacle for the pin right there, doesn't get the instant pin sweet spot right there.
I will say, I don't think in this top 8, I don't think we've seen SHADIC hit one of those insta-pin kills at ledge yet. I feel like he's due for one soon. So, something to keep an eye out for. Wow, that up throw just going to kill 148 with rage. Good stuff, SHADIC.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's a time as any to get those insta-pins, gets the
There we
footstool
go,
into
yeah.
the down air right there. If there's a time as any, it's definitely, you know, when your back is against the wall against such a formidable opponent like Lima in the Super Finals.
Yeah, love the creativity, like I said, from SHADIC. Even obviously he's been in the lab, right? Like obviously that down air by itself isn't super strong, but being able to set up a tech chase, knowing that it's able to set up a tech chase in those low percent situations, love to see the experimentation from SHADIC.
For sure, absolutely. And finally, great awareness right there, understanding that the cross-up was in play, so he opts to go for, you know, the Nair out of shield, covering both in front and behind. But Lima finding that stock and a little topper struggles right there, so, you know,
For sure.
Lima feeling himself just a little bit right now, and ends up getting the combo with the fair into the Witch Twist combo. Oh man, do you have a jump to your SHADIC? No, you decide to recover a little bit early, but still, Lima a little bit off the mark with the Witch time would have been definitely, potentially a stock right there, so.
Yeah, just going to call out with that up smash. Doesn't quite kill, but theoretically would start a juggle. Didn't quite pan out that way. And now Lima has the advantage. Cross stage. Yeah, good DI from Lima.
Absolutely. Wow. Understand. And finally gets the Witch Twist. That's exactly what he wanted to do.
No way!
Oh, no, but you see the SD right there from Lima. Honestly, I feel like that's the first time we've seen that happen in top 8 this entire time. So I feel like, you know, Lima notorious for overextending a little bit with his resources and, you know, getting those SDs. Haven't really seen much of that until that time around. So definitely not as good of a time as any, right? Especially in this, you know, again, with almost as pretty much an equally strong opponent in SHADIC. So
SHADIC gonna miss the footstool out of shield there, but still has this lead. Oh, is that jab gonna kill? I'm not sure. Yeah, just doesn't barely kill, and oh, missed opportunity by Lima. Huge reversal by SHADIC.
oh man, this looks prime for SHADIC to take yet another game off of Lima. Has a whole other stock to work with. Even if Lima does get this kill and gets the instant right there off stage, 85% max rage. Scary Hours finds the back air. 2-0 SHADIC lead over Lima.
Was so smart by SHADIC. The way he used that neutral air was such an amazing timing mix-up that Lima just did neutral get up right into it, right? And SHADIC, he was at such high percent. I was thinking, okay, is he maybe going to look for an insta-pin here because he has the rage to work and potentially get an early kill with it? But no, still utilize the rage, but just in such a creative way, delaying that Nair so much and punishing Lima's neutral get up perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna opt to go yet again back to PS2. Man, this has been such a back and forth. I mean, obviously both players kind of showing, like, you know, their level of adaptation to each other and keeping the games close and competitive. And, you know, regardless, so that's, you know, SHADIC finding that one opening, able to kind of push advantage just a little bit and able to close out that game with a 2-stock too at that. So, you know, kind of crazy to see for sure. Obviously against these types of players, especially when they're so evenly matched, you expect to see, you know, last stock, last hit situations, you know, so SHADIC able to kind of close it out before it even gets to that point shows that he might just have a little bit more left in the tank to close it out with 3-0 fashion.
All right, here we go. Bayo combos on deck, 55, 60, 70 almost. Oh, insta-pin's gonna tap him. Wow, great stuff. Knew that the recovery was a little bit awkward for Lima, but Lima, great job understanding the situation and finding that F smash.
Yeah, getting caught trying to insta-pin a little bit too much right there, and yeah, Lima punishing accordingly pretty early in terms of, you know, when the stocks normally are taken in this set so far. So could potentially, you know, foreshadow a Lima victory in this game, but, you know, we'll have to see if SHADIC has more in the tank to kind of just bring it back regardless, right? Finds the pin right there, nobody home for it though. Is able to kind of just, you know, throw the pin out and then kind of, you know, come back, and, you know, you don't really get punished as hard, so. But nice parry into the Nair yet again, right? The Nair covering the cross-up, right? Covering in front and behind you, so good resourcefulness, good use of the Nair from SHADIC. You know, slowly chipping away at this lead right now, 111%. Bats within though, coming in clutch, off stage, SHADIC.
Yeah, SHADIC off stage here. How's he gonna get back? Oh wow, timely roll. He's gonna find the falling up air, sets up a juggle. Great recognition by Lima. Footstool is gonna lead to big damage. Not quite. That down air breaks out SHADIC.
Absolutely, and finally finds that up throw right there. Gonna do it. A little bit of a dash dancing right there, feeling himself. 72% though. It's definitely scary. Like one big mistake from SHADIC against Lima, you get witch time right here, or you just don't SDI these hits right now at 127. Able to still live on though.
Oh, Lima go low, looking for an edge guard. Doesn't quite find it. Oh, wow. Oh, SHADIC, what are you doing?
Oh man, but still makes it back though. I'm so fast falling. Sometimes, you know, it's a scary situation. Maybe try to go for some huge damage right there. Gets hit with the back here. The DI not looking the greatest, but he's still able to live on and not gonna do it that time around from the ledge. Definitely gonna be the stock. Lima having a sizable lead this game.
Yeah, much needed. This game 3 obviously pivotal. This is Lima's tournament life right here. So, oh, but SHADIC, I mean, quick, maybe 30-40% hasn't been touched.
Oh, I love the fact that SHADIC goes for the nair right there. Lima gets the bats within, and SHADIC doesn't even try to challenge it, goes back to the ledge and resets the situation, still pushing his advantage. At 116, is able to get this stock on Lima. It could still go either way to either player in this game 3. So.
Yep. All right, SHADIC gonna find a grab, back throw, down throw. Just gonna opt for the damage here. What a parry! Oh my God, SHADIC,
you're a monster, man. I love the parry, and I love the charge just to outlast the spot dodge just a little bit.
That was like 2 reads in 1.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane by SHADIC.
Absolutely. I mean, the way that these two look at the game compared to us is just completely different. You parry and grab there. Dude, you're crazy for that, man. You gotta have balls for that, so.
All right. Lima finds the fair. Is this a patented edge guard? Timely air dodge by SHADIC. Gonna get him out of that situation. On the platform, though. Good job. Continue the pressures, Lima.
Amidst all of the crazy reads that we've seen from SHADIC, Lima still having the upper hand right now. Potentially could close out this game number 3. Back here at the ledge, you know, suspect DI potentially could be it. At 147, not going to do it just yet. Great air dodge right there. Doesn't even want to deal with witch time. Doesn't want to deal with that's within it. Wow. Get off me, bro. Get off the ledge, right? Like, great use of the up air. We saw it come out earlier from SHADIC. You know, one of those, like, super committal up Bs. But, you know, this time, panning out really well. He tried to go for a crazy pin right there. Nobody home for it, though.
Yeah.
You can't overcommit here.
190 rage with Corrin. That is really scary. One of these pins could do it, but that's not F throw. Yeah, barely. It's going to kill, and Lima stays alive.
SHADIC bringing it back slowly but surely. Could have been the end right there for Lima. But SHADIC able to kind of just persevere and take game, or Lima being able to persevere and take game number 3.
Yeah, no, that was a scary situation if you're Lima. Playing a character with Bayo, once again, that can struggle to kill sometimes, to have that probably in the back of your mind as you're thinking, okay, this dude has rage now, rage pin, rage F smash, rage back air, any one of those options, right? So, great stuff by Lima, clutching that out.
Yeah, maintaining the composure, holding him off just long enough to get that game in order to stay alive, like you said. This is scary. If this is what I think it is, this is like the first time we're getting on this stage.
Yep.
What a counter pick. You know, this is like one of the stages that is known to like, this is like the matchup killer, man. Like, you counter pick people at FD, it's like, I know something you don't, and I'm about to like abuse
exploit
it for
the
sure.
heck out of it,
Absolutely. Yeah. So. But so far, you know, gonna opt to, yeah, like you said, gonna opt to go for FD. The next 2 games are gonna be on SHADIC's counter picks. So, you know, you gotta be careful for Lima, right?
Yeah, we've really seen SHADIC take advantage of the stage counter picks, and I love to see that, you know.
Yeah. We saw the counter picks work for the most part against Days, with the exception of the very last game.
Yeah.
So, you know, history could repeat itself, and, you know, SHADIC could take it over Lima. But rinse and repeating still had to jump. Great conservation right there from Lima. So.
Yeah, that was insane. I thought the jump was gone, and he had to up B there, but SHADIC amazing composure in that disadvantage situation. So
Absolutely, great stuff. Finds the down tilt right there, kind of keeping the pressure. Yeah, there's not really a time for either player to land on the stage. No platforms to get any resets on. So this is going to be one for the books for sure. So it's going to be just a straight up slugfest too. I'm so excited.
wow, SHADIC's air dodges have been super timely, but that time, no cigar. Lima's edge guards, just the resourcefulness as you've mentioned so many times. Too much for Lima to deal, or SHADIC to deal with there.
Absolutely, finds the falling up air right there. Nobody home for it just yet. Though not gonna get the stock count, the stock taken for it. This is so scary though. One bad option right now from Lima. Gets an unsafe witch twist, but doesn't get anything just yet. A free slide. So close, but finally finds that pin to close it out.
Yeah, great delay on it too to wait out Lima's air dodge as well.
Oh man, you saw the downer right there. Looking for a little something special right there in order to take this lead, but Lima, not able to unable to falter, to that. So far looking great, both sides. So every time one finds a hit, they're just extending it as far as they can, getting so much damage, and we're already back to even. Lima, although in the air, finding himself in a deficit right now by SHADIC.
Frame trapping that bats within. Amazing stuff, and SHADIC finds the kill from it.
Yeah, absolutely great stuff. Oh, but spaces the spacing right there onto the witch twist. However, this is definitely.
Oh, he drops it. Okay, continuing the edge guard. Patented edge guards. Yeah, just gonna not even risk sending him up, and knows he's dead, just lets him die.
Yeah, we saw the early air dodge earlier.
Yeah.
And he air dodged into the witch twist to potentially have a fighting chance to make it back. Barely missed it. It seemed like that might have been what he was going for. Again, Lima, understanding that, kind of backs off a little bit and says, all right, you can air dodge. You're just going to die off of it, though. So back to even stocks. I mean, Lima looking to take this to a game 5, but SHADIC looking to close it out right now. Getting a rematch with Mides, something he feels like he really wants, right?
Yep. Oh, that down tilt not going to connect, and now big damage for Lima. Oh, high recovery because he was scared of maybe the witch time there. And now, oh, that up B actually going to beat out Lima's edge guard. Big situation for SHADIC, and now Lima.
Oh, is that going to be it? Not going to do it just yet. So close. No resources back left for you. You got to be careful here. The pressure from Lima going to find the back air in order to take it to a game number 5.
Yeah, and that was intense because, we saw SHADIC's counter pick right there, FD, working out for him to start that set, or start that game rather, but once it got down to the very end, Lima was the one to come out on top, and SHADIC, I wonder if he's going to rethink his counter pick. No, looks like he's going to run it right back to FD. So this is the stage he wants. He's going to, trust his instincts on that and trust his knowledge on that and stick it out for this game 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it feels like Lima actually doesn't mind FD that much either.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of just keep SHADIC in the air as well, right? Like we saw like at the very end right there, almost getting a kill off of the top, right? So. But, SHADIC, like you said, trusting the counter pick a little bit more. And if there's a time for the counter pick to come through, it's right now. Game 5, your tournament life is on the line. You definitely need to clutch up if there's a time.
Yeah, especially someone who's being deliberate with your stages, right? Like, there's a reason for your counter pick. You're probably thinking, like, okay, I might lose 1 on this stage, but not 2, right? So, for sure, hard calculation for SHADIC as he gets back on stage. He's going to chase him. Nice patience by SHADIC on that advantage sequence.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff so far. I mean, honestly, both players just kind of showing like master classes of, they're both like just kind of reacting to each other, adapting to each other, making these adjustments as needed throughout the set. And man, they're both being very sneaky as well, trying to slip through each other's defenses and find that one opening hit. And so far, SHADIC looking the one to try to get through right now.
Yeah, for sure. Very neutral heavy so far. That down tilt into up air just barely not going to connect. Oh, wow. A reversal of roles. That time SHADIC scaring Lima into death. You don't see that very often, especially with a character like Bayonetta.
Yeah, especially from like the depths of hell when you can make it back.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you said, maybe lacking a little bit on the resources right there. Wasn't expecting to maybe die as early as he did right there. But hey, if you're SHADIC, you're taking those because that's a sort of biggish lead. However, Lima looking to kind of nullify that lead completely, getting the combos in the air with the fair finisher, but not going to be it just yet. Finding a fair yet again.
Oh, wow, great delay. SHADIC has been respecting that witch time option as an edge guard a lot, and that time came in clutch. Oh, doesn't commit to anything there. Wasn't really sure which way he was going to go with that bat, so good patience by SHADIC. Lima, though, continuing this combo. 175.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Great stuff right there from SHADIC. Recovering really high to kind of throw Lima out for a loop right there, and wasn't able to get, you know, a hard punish on the recovery. SHADIC being a lot more resourceful, mixing up the recovery options a ton, and it looks like it's panning out so well for him right now in this game 5.
Especially with a character that you expect generally has a more limited recovery against a character with the array of edge guard tools that Bayonetta obviously has, right? Amazing stuff in terms of those recoveries by SHADIC.
Yeah, absolutely. But has a sizable lead, finds it down tilt into the up air right there. Great stuff. Already last stock game number 5 for Lima, but looking to kind of just get these turnaround, these turn back up airs comboing into each other, trying to get something special going.
Yeah, 65 really quick, still hasn't been touched. You'd like to see that if you're rooting for Lima here. Keeping it going now. Over 100%, still 0% on that last stock. This is huge. Can you find something off this edge guard sequence? Barely doesn't connect that up tilt, and now back to neutral. SHADIC gonna play it patient, knows he has the lead. Doesn't have to overextend here.
Absolutely. Wants to see potentially Lima like overextend with like a heel slide potentially or a witch twist.
But Lima hasn't been giving it to him.
Yeah, no dice at all. But finally catches Lima with the up air right there, forcing Lima to go to the ledge. And wow, a little bit too antsy with the down air. SHADIC just chipping away at the damage slowly but surely. But we have seen the comeback happen from Lima. We saw it in game number 3, and history could repeat itself potentially if he can take the stock off of SHADIC right now. And it looks like he is going to do just that. Holding on to, holding on to the shield a little bit enough.
0%? Interesting choice.
Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe could have been a little bit of an issue.
Oh, the recovery! No!
Oh, no, that's so unfortunate. A little bit too far out, not able to get back to the ledge, and such a low percent, and Lima